Venturing deeper into the thicket of ancient Semitic and Abrahamic lore reveals Avan, or perhaps Awan, who is traditionally seen as Adam and Eve's first daughter. Her name, resonating with meanings of strength or perhaps misdeed in the ancient Hebrew language, places her in an intriguing position within these stories. She was not only a daughter but also the spouse of Cain, the same Cain known for his dark deed against his brother, and the mother to his children, including Enoch. Cain honored Enoch by naming a city after him, highlighting his efforts in city development after his exile. However, the story takes various turns, with Avan sometimes transforming into Kelama in different accounts, weaving a complex tapestry where fact and fiction intertwine, leaving us to wonder about the real story behind Cain's wife and sister. Asherah steps out from the narrative's shadows as another enigmatic daughter, finding herself linked with Seth, the child given to Adam and Eve as a form of divine solace after Abel's death. Seth's name, suggestive of replacement or compensation, symbolizes a new beginning and a heavenly gesture of comfort towards the mourning parents. Interestingly, Seth's descendants, especially highlighted through his connection with Asherah, are celebrated for their devoutness, leading up to Noah, who played a critical role in the biblical story of the flood. Thus, Seth and Asherah serve as crucial connectors in the sacred lineage, bridging the narrative from the dawn of creation to the pivotal moments of divine intervention and human perseverance. Despite the profound respect and importance attributed to these figures and their tales, there's an underlying layer of irony. Centuries later, we find ourselves piecing together the existence of these early personas from fragments of narratives once considered too provocative or peculiar for conventional scripture. The Book of Jubilees, along with its diverse cast, stands as a vivid illustration of the selective process that shapes religious texts over time. It reminds us that the formation of what becomes central or marginal in religious discourse is often influenced by considerations of authority, influence, and strategy rather than solely on theological grounds. This exploration into the Book of Jubilees and the broader context of biblical storytelling invites us to reflect on the intricate processes that define our spiritual heritage, offering a deeper appreciation for the multifaceted narratives that have shaped religious understanding across generations. Exploring the ancient world of religious stories takes us on a journey that shows how flexible and changing these stories can be. It's clear that people throughout history have shaped, added to, and sometimes even hidden parts of these stories to suit their needs and beliefs. When we look at the story of Adam and Eve, for example, we often focus on the parts about their sons Cain, Abel, and Seth. But when we dig deeper, we discover that Adam and Eve had many more children. This opens up a whole new part of the story, filled with untold lives and events that played a role in shaping the early days of human history. This makes us see these ancient texts in a new light, understanding them as collections of wisdom and tradition that have grown and changed over time. They offer us a unique glimpse into the lives and beliefs of our ancient ancestors, providing a richer and more complex picture of our shared past. Beyond the well-known figures of Cain, Abel, and Seth, Adam and Eve's lineage extends into lesser-explored territory, unveiling a broader narrative of humanity's early history. The Book of Jubilees, a significant yet often overlooked ancient text, offers a richer portrayal of these initial generations. It's akin to discovering a hidden manuscript that sheds light on the lives of Adam and Eve's numerous other children, whose stories remained untold in mainstream biblical accounts. Genesis, particularly chapters 5 verses 4 and 5, hints at a larger family tree. These verses mention Adam living for 930 years and having many sons and daughters after Seth's birth, yet these offspring are not elaborated upon in the canonical Bible. The Book of Jubilees, however, brings these shadowed figures to life, presenting them with names and narratives that enrich the early human story. The Book of Jubilees, often regarded as a complementary yet distinct version of Genesis, offers detailed accounts that mainstream texts might have considered minor or controversial. Originating in the 2nd century BCE, this text divides history into periods called Jubilees, each spanning 49 years, and presents a timeline of events as revealed to Moses. This structure and the inclusion of detailed stories make it a valuable resource for understanding the broader context of biblical events. Notably, the Book of Jubilees is recognized and revered in the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church and Beta Israel traditions, where it is known as the Book of Division. While not part of the canonical texts in most Christian and Jewish traditions, its presence among the Dead Sea Scrolls and citations by early church leaders and Jewish scholars underscore its historical significance. Among the revelations in Jubilees are the names and stories of Adam and Eve's daughters, such as Awan and Asherah. Awan, sometimes identified as Cain's wife and sister, and Asherah, linked with Seth, add depth to the narrative of early human relationships and societal structures. These accounts not only provide names to otherwise anonymous figures but also offer insights into the social and familial dynamics of early humanity. The Book of Jubilees enriches our understanding of the biblical narrative by adding layers of detail and context that were previously unknown. It highlights the resilience and complexity of early human families, illustrating how these narratives evolved over time. This text, despite its apocryphal status, serves as a crucial link in the chain of religious and historical storytelling, offering a fuller picture of humanity's earliest chapters. Exploring these ancient traditions invites us to reflect on the fluidity of sacred stories and the ways in which they have been shaped by historical, cultural, and theological contexts. The narratives of Adam and Eve's numerous descendants, as detailed in the Book of Jubilees, challenge us to consider the broader implications of these early family stories. They prompt questions about societal norms, population growth, and the development of early human communities. In essence, the Book of Jubilees provides a richer, more nuanced understanding of early biblical history. It reveals the depth and complexity of the narratives that have shaped religious thought and tradition, offering a valuable perspective on the interconnectedness of divine revelation and human experience. Through these ancient stories, we gain a deeper appreciation for the diverse and multifaceted heritage that has influenced our cultural and moral development.